Hey Andrew, I've got your watch here. I guess well, there's lots of places we can start. Let's start with just talking about the numbers. The watch is massively out of adjustment. It's not running badly in that it's relatively straight and all that happy stuff. It's like no noise and stuff like that. But it's heinously out of adjustment. This beat error. This is when the tick doesn't match the talk. Instead of being a nice even tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, it's tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The scale runs from 0, 0, which is the best, to 9, 9, which is the worst. 7, 3, 75% of the way towards as bad as it can be. Amplitude is low. It's something that I would say definitely needs service, but it's consistent. Okay, let's talk about the movement. I'm seeing a lot of things that are what I would expect with what is known as a Philippines rework. This watch started life as a regular white dialed Panda, and it lived a very hard life in a moist environment. We can see there's pitting inside the case back. We can see there's corrosion on top of this screw. We can see that the movement is hazy and dirty. I can tell you that the winding bridge is worn. It was a neglected movement. It was not serviced correctly. It was basically not serviced at all, which is very typical for a Philippines rework. They only get them running to the point that they're saleable. And that's what we're seeing here. It was not serviced. The case is dirty. The movement is dirty. The case, you can see from the case back, see it's sort of blurry and blobby and rounded looking. The case has been polished. Now, typical for a Philippines rework is they will take whatever parts they have to hand and they will make the watch more or less into a runner and more or less looking pretty so that someone will buy it. Let's talk about the cosmetic issues. This absolutely started life as a white dialed regular Panda. And the dial was damaged. I can see, you can't really see it, but on this hand under magnification, it has some of the discoloration that is typical of these watches when they get a lot of moisture in them. And I'm sure the original white dial was just this brown rusty mess. They turn this sort of reddish brown color. It can be attractive or it can be weird looking. You can see to the uncareful work that is typical of the Philippines. Because the original black handset doesn't show up against the black dial, they went and painted the hand tips this weird blobby pink color. But the surfaces of the hands themselves also has been quote unquote restored. It's sort of this blobby black. The sweep hand is great. That's a really nice original piece, and in of itself is interesting and valuable. And these hands are original. So the watch doesn't run badly. It needs servicing. I'm assuming after a service we'd be able to potentially get decent numbers out of it. I don't have a dial for this. We'd probably have to get one of the aftermarket dials and pop it in there. I'm going to have to restore the handset in order to make it look correct. But it's, I've seen worse Philippines reworks. Let me put it that way. I've seen Philippines reworks that were ungodly. This one is not. This one at least has some potential. It's dirty. It has some potential. I'm going to check the reset right now. But I'm sure that the movement is going to need some parts. It just feels. Yeah, it's out of adjustment. But it it resets to 0. It takes a little bit of help. A little bit of effort, but it does do it. Yeah, it doesn't want to. But it does reset to 0. It's up to you. The thing is, these black pandas, the white pandas they're worth real money. If you want to invest in putting this one back closer to stock, you'll have something. But it's up to you whether you want to make that investment. It's gonna definitely need some work, and I don't know what parts the movement's gonna need. I'm pretty guaranteed sure that we're gonna find worn parts inside that are gonna need replacement. Um, well, you tell me if you want me to go ahead. I'm gonna quote you the base rates for what this are, but you're gonna have to take those figures as pretty much the floor and add a bunch of ceiling onto it, and you need to decide whether you want to move forward with that. Okay, thank you.